Greetings and salutations, everyone. Amadeus44 here, and welcome back to another episode of Neverwinter Nights 2. As you may have noticed in an earlier video that I did, apologizing for it, I accidentally messed up the recording track, so I am doing this all in post. Fortunately, the game audio is still recorded, and I bumped into the wall. Oh well, not much I can do. So, we are heading back to town, and I gotta level up. So, I decide to do Divine Champion. I'm not sure if that was the correct choice, but felt right. 3 skill points, yeah. Not much I can do with that, but I feel like I did what I could. Too bad I can't get healed without doing some other stuff.
How can I help?
Anyways, so getting back to Nishka with hers, she gets a lot of skill points. Why? I do not know. But that is kind of frustrating because too many of her abilities need or are already very high. I managed to figure some out.
Listening, really?
Yes, of course, and we got a new stat point. I took a few minutes to figure this one out. Thought about wisdom. Wisdom is a good idea, maybe, or maybe not. I decide against it, and instead go for intelligence, if I recall. Wait. Am I going to do intelligence? Am I? Wait for it, and I'm kind of deliberating between intelligence, charisma, and strength, but I choose intelligence. Alright, now with the skill points, once again, he has a lot of skill points and a lot of high scores in everything. But I ultimately decide upon a couple. Not a whole lot, but got a couple. And what do I spend the last 4 points on? I am deliberating upon that quite a bit. I decide craft alchemy and craft armor. I'm not going to use it, but I'm just going to dump it. And we got extra feats, so I decide to do an extra level 5 spell slot, because extra level 5 spell slot, and 2 spells from the level 6. And I look through it, and I find one that really speaks to me. Which one? Yep, mass bull strength. Because we need a lot of bull strength. Right. And for the second one, we decide to do... I thought about True Seeing, but decided against it because we do have that mask that does True Seeing, and instead I do Isaac's Greater Missile Storm. And the next up, nothing more. Next. Okay, and I decide to quickly apply it to the spell book. I'm looking for the spell book. I had it hovered over, but for some reason it did not click to me. Alright, looking through all the spells that I have, even though I am not at the level 5 area, or level 6 area, but there we are. And I'm trying to get it, but there we go. Level 5, we decide upon, since we have 3 spell slots, which 3 should I do? I mean, there are only 3 other spells here, so which ones could be best done? That's a good question. Not my smartest moment. I also decide to take away one of the stone skin slots because, let's face it, I do tend to get rest quite frequently, so it's not like I need the stuff. And so I decide upon haste for that level, and then level I decide not to get rid of the duplicates in level 3, and instead I go with... Which one did I go with? Shield! Yeah. Oh, I do decide to get rid of the level 2 ones that I had duplicates of. And I got Enlarged Person and Shield extended versions. And is that all? Wait for it. Wait for it. I decide to put the Mass Bull Strength on the hotbar. And I'm debating on whether or not I should put more on the hotbar. Decide upon it. Identify. Alright.
Follow me.
And I decide to try to get the items that I have that are unidentified identified with him. But, as you may see... Wait for it.
I think it is time everyone marched behind me.
Oh, shush, Sand. And as you can see, it's already identified because of the fact that he has a really good lore skill. And so he got some nice stuff. That amulet does sound good. I tried to give it to Chandra. She wasn't able to do it. I am trying to figure out which other person to do. I level up Chandra. Since she only has 13 strength and is a fighter, that was pretty obvious. For skill points, so obviously taunt, because taunt. Yeah, I decided craft weapon. I don't know why, but I did decide upon it. Lore and parry. There we go. And she has a bonus feat. But I cannot quite remember what kind of weapon I decided for her. So I'm still kind of deliberating. Can't really figure out what to do, because most of them did look good, but I decided upon improved power attack, and she has a second one. And of course I am kind of freaking out, trying to figure out which one to do. And I find something that kind of piques my interest here. Which one? That would be... which one? Great Fortitude, because she does seem to have very good fortitude, if I recall, or something. And Kelgor has another stat point, so we give him strength. Alright, so I decide, yeah, craft weapon, yeah, taunt. And of course he gets a bonus feat as well. Obviously, I'm not sure what to do. I have no idea. Yeah, mobility sounds good. And of course, he has a second one. Why wouldn't he? Which one do I choose? I'm not... Oh, yeah. That one. Why, I don't recall.
Yes?
And so I am heading back, and I decide, you know what? Let's rest. Get Sand's spell slots restored. Plus, let's try out the Mass Bull Strength. And how awesome is it? Wait for it. Failed! That's right. It failed. Kinda got me a little bit down, but yeah. But yeah, you can see I was kind of confused about it. I did not really notice the fact that it failed until like a few seconds later. But, not much I can do, right? So we are heading back down. Not much more we can do. Fortunately, no more enemies. And also, fortunately, those tiny little werewolves are gone. Gone, I say. Alright. Fortunately, we don't have much to do. We could clear out the goblin cave, but that would be evil and kind of stupid. Why? Because of the fact that, well, they have families. Why would I want to kill goblins with families? Why would I want to kill goblins, period, if they do not attack me? Don't answer that question. Because I did a dumb. Alright, and so we are going back to that world map transition. See what we can do there. And I want to say I went back to the one town. Which one? Port Last, of course. I knew which one I was in reference to. And so, area successfully loaded, completed updates, and what do we have? A whole lot of stuff. Random stuff. And nope, that's not the person I was supposed to select. That one. Well met again. I did as you asked. Then the people of Ember will rest in peace. You have a good heart, and I thank you. I've kept this amulet all these years. It belonged to my love, but I think it will suit you well. Thanks. However you use it, I hope it will aid you in your travels. If I recall, the amulet doesn't really do a whole lot, and so I'm just checking to see if there's anybody else that I need to talk to here. Not really. Thought maybe there was a merchant or something that I could have a chat with, but as mentioned, nope, no. I thought that was a merchant, but turned out it was just Chandra. Yeah, that wasn't really all that smart. And so we are heading to the inn, which if we recall, it did have some people waiting for us. And so, here we are, and it's the Alliance Arms Inn. If I recall, that was where we went to in Neverwinter Nights 1. Welcome to the Alliance Arms. What can I help you with? Which one did I choose there? That would have been... Can you tell me anything about what happened at Ember? I can tell you plenty, but whether any of it's the truth, well, that remains to be seen. Well, what have you heard? Take this rumor for start. Some folks say it was beasts of the Duskwood that savaged Ember, revenge for disturbing their nest or some such. Continue. Frankly, I'm inclined to believe that one. Port Last had a bit of werewolf problem not too long ago. Wouldn't surprise me if there's more of them hanging about. Not really. No. I see. What else? There was the Sluskin woman sniffing around a while back. According to her, some adventurers strolled into town and slaughtered everyone, just for chuckles. Nothing but lies come out of Luskin lips, so you can ignore that one. Just my opinion, though. And a good one. Anything else? Then there's Ulgan, one of my regulars. He claims he was there, saw the whole thing. Not really. I wouldn't exactly call him a liar, but he's always talking about his adventures, which conveniently happen when no one else is around. Other than Ulgan, you don't know anyone else who saw what happened? Well, Heramos seems to have a guest staying with him nowadays, with guards and all. Could be one of the attackers, more likely than the survivor. Heramos? First, Captain Heramos, I ought to say, closest thing to a mayor we've got, except without the troublesome election bit. You'll find him at the garrison. And where can I find Elgin? Head over to the common room. He's probably telling the story for the 100th time. And I literally just realized... Oh, never mind. What can you tell me about Marcus? Now that boy, he's an odd one. Wandered out of the wood, they say, and attached himself to some folk in Ember. He'd come in and out of here with the other Ember folk. Nice enough lad, but too serious for a child. But better than him than running around breaking things. He can stay here long as he likes. Gods know I can always use another kitchen boy, and I don't figure he'll trouble the customers. Thank you, that's kind of you. Least I can do. Had me a few friends in Ember. They were fond of the boy. They'd want him warm and fed. Alright. And the woman by the fire? Oh, that's Mullen. She's a ranger, I hear. Blows into town every now and then, and she knows Duskwood well enough. That's Doc, anyways. Farewell, I think. Oh, yeah, I already selected that one, so just give me a farewell. Anyways, as I was saying, I just now realized that who he was talking about. You're not from around here, planning on staying a while or just passing through? Yeah, messed that up. What's to investigate? The village is destroyed and everyone's dead. Could have been brigands or gods know what else. But a Lord's justice won't bring those villagers back to life. Anything you can tell me about this place? Depends on what you mean. I don't know much about Portlast, but I could bend your ear for hours about the land betwixt here and the Luskan border. Okay. Mostly it's trackless forest, though they say the wood has magic properties. Me, I don't cut down trees, not when there's dryads and worse lurking about. Continue. The worst only place of note is the Duskwood Grove, but it's gone strange as of late. Used to be deer there and plentiful hunting. Now something's driven all the deer away. Nothing but ferocious beasts and stranger things for a mile around the grove. Even a ranger can find trouble in the grove. You'd do better than to stay away. I'm investigating the murders. Wait, no. I'm fresh from the Duskwood Grove, took a wound from a dire boar, and the beast gave chase. Otherwise, I'd not have stopped in town. Anything you can tell me about this place? Depends on what you mean. I don't know much about Portlast, but I already said that one. Farewell. Anyways, as I was trying to say, I just realized who he was referring to, that was staying with Hadromos. But, Calendra, hi! Many pardons, but I have a lot on my mind. Something wrong? My partner Bradbury, he is 2 days late for our meeting. He is a northerner, and full, but he is good with pick and wedge and has brought much silver to my house. I was planning on taking him to Amn with me, but he heard of valuable ore in Duskwood. You two are miners? I am an artisan and a master trader. Strength can mine a quarry, but wit is needed to fully utilize it. It's something humans have never understood. At least you're making an effort, something most humans don't bother to do. And I was deliberating which thing to say that would have helped with Kelgar's favorability with me, and I choose the wrong one. Which one did I choose? I choose the second option. Almost as admirable as dwarves wanting to be monks. Which, come to think of it, yeah, that was pretty stupid. I was thinking of it as gentle ribbing, but not really, turns out. Sorry, Kelgar. Sorry. And wait for it. Clicky. When one sees suit on the anvil, one calls it suit, not silver dust. If the name fits, that's the name you use. And -1 influence. Besides, she's from Amn. You know how they are. No, you don't. Each is entitled to their own opinion, even dwarves. The Duskwood? Does Bradbury happen to have orange hair? Yes, he does. You seen him, then? I'm sorry to say he's dead. How many times did I tell him? Bron should always be tempted by caution and wisdom. I'll miss him, even if he was a fool. What will you do now? Without Bradbury, I do not know. I will stay here for a time, looking from work. If I find nothing, I will have no choice but to return alone to Amn and to my father's employ. If I hear you... no, I'm sorry about Bradbury. We who carve and cut stone are acquainted with loss. Always quickly it comes, full of rocks, misplaced step, but you are kind to offer comfort. What will you do now? Blah, blah, blah. If I hear of suitable opportunities, I'll be sure to tell you. For that, I would be doubly grateful. And a coin in the right pocket is all that's required to secure a contract. Here, it is all in who you know. Excellent, so I helped her out. Woo! Elgin, what are you saying? I just lined up my arrow on the deer when I heard a growl. Turned, and there was the biggest, blackest wolf I'd ever seen, coming right at me. Lucky for me, I had my enchanted dagger with me. With a tross only inches away from my throat, I lunged, and with a quick twist of the blade, I cut out the beast's heart. Ooh! I was a bit tired after all of this fun in Duskwood, so I decided to head up to Amber to rest up. That's when I smelled the smoke. I ran there as quickly as I could, and what did I see? The village in flames, defenseless people being slaughtered by cruel and evil men. There were dozens of attackers, heavily armed, aided by foul creatures. Demons, I think. So what did you do? The only thing I could do. I attacked. I cut down 2 of them before they knew it. I was there, but the others, seeing what I thought I was, ganged up on me. I slew several before one of them snuck up from behind and knocked me unconscious. The enemy must have thought me dead, because when I woke, they were gone. Yet hardly a scratch on him. Dealt with worth in its weight in words, no doubt. And what of Ember? Sadly, I was too late. Everyone was dead. There was little more I could do, so I returned to port last. At least you tried, Elgin. The man is clearly a fool, but it is his audience that concerns me. Such tales could be used against us. We should question Elgin and see about the facts of the tale. Okay. I haven't seen you around before. Just passing through. You are hunting deer in the Duskwood? Mom says there's no deer to be found at all. I saw plenty. I don't know what she's talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I spoke with a survivor. I heard there was only about a dozen attackers at Ember, and nothing was mentioned about demons. A survivor will... that's good news. With all the smoke, I'm sure I could have been mistaken. Tricks on the eyes and all that, huh? Now, if you'll excuse me, you have no other option, so farewell for now. He's a slippery one. Let's ask around town to see if anyone can help us shed some light on some of his more flamboyant statements. Alright, let's see who we can talk to. There's an open door. And who do we have here? Why, we have a serving wench. Hi, I'll be with you in just a moment. Okay. And so we are still going. See what we could find. Nothing at all, sadly. Marcus, hi. Hello again. I'll stay here until you're ready for me to come with you. Awesome. And so who else will I be talking to? Oh. But yeah. So I spent a few minutes trying to find this person Hypnos has rooming with him, but turned out, yeah, I literally just realized it was the person I talked to the previous episode. Or was it the episode before it last? But yeah, as you can see, I am looking hard for anybody at all, and coming up empty, sadly. Thought maybe there could be somebody popping in this dock, but no such luck, sadly. At least nobody willing to talk to me. Did those boxes just pop in? I don't recall. Oh well. Anybody else? Anyone? Hey, another dock worker. Nobody, really. And so I'm opening up a map, looking around, seeing if I could find somebody. But no such luck. There's never any luck with this sort of stuff. Nope, just citizens, more citizens. Yep. Can't really do anything now, can we? The answer? No. Alright, so heading on out, seeing if we can find something. Also, I did not realize that what he meant when he said the barracks. I thought he was talking about somebody else rather than the guy who I was talking to previously. So I'm trying to talk to this guy. I sell armor only. You want weapons? Talk to my friend. And so I go and look for something. Sell stuff. Because selling stuff. Yeah, that sells for a little bit. No idea why. Direwolf tooth. Sure, why not? Yeah, I'm looking at that. Immunity to death magic. That could be helpful in a pinch, but So I decided to sell some of the gymage. Improved tropes of the old order. Yeah, that looks like something that can be sold. One of Sting Cloud. Yep, sell it. Anybody else have anything to sell? You have a few things. Plus one morning star, that's pretty useless. Mage's Battle Rope. Wait, what does Sand have?
Listening, really.
Wizard's Robe, completely useless. So, Yeah, that looks like it is quite useful. So, in you go. And let's go and sell some of this stuff because we have a lot of spells and these are kind of, yeah. The Kokiri, I'm not gonna sell that. I don't know why I'm not, but I'm not. Glorious Revolution, should I sell it? No. But I do definitely do something stupid. I bought something for him to wield, and I forget that he could use crossbows. Yay me. So I decided to see a few more of this guy's weapons and stuff. Didn't really see anything. I was looking for something for Sand because, as I said, I didn't realize he could use crossbows. So I do get him a +2 quarterstaff, or was it a +3? Maybe a +3. Nope, +2. And I give it to Sand.
I concur.
And I equip it with him, and this is about the time I realize, yep, could have used that. Don't know how useful it would be, but he could use it. And now I'm looking for the bolts. Did not realize they were right there. So I gave him a full stack of +2 bolts, because +2 bolts. And now I am trying to figure stuff out. I think this is around the time I go back to the Alliance Arms, because, let's face it, I was at my wit's end. I could not figure out what to do. Oh wait, no, I went to this place, and didn't realize this was Hadermost, but yeah.
What brings you before me?
What do you know of Black Irias? Oh no, I do the third option.
Of course. The Luskans would lay claim to our harbor for their warships. Having secured such a prominent location, they could mount a swift attack on Neverwinter. Or Waterdeep, for that
I'm
matter.
listening.
They talk of a
I'm
peaceful
listening.
coexistence, but I know their words to be false. Luskans' difficulties with Ruithim may have come at a fortunate time.
Ruithim?
As long as Luskan is at war with their island neighbor, they cannot turn their attention elsewhere.
Intriguing. And what do you know of Black Irias?
A Luskan archmage of some power. Not someone you want to
Definitely
cross.
not good.
Like many of the Arcane Brotherhood, Black Garius aspires to rule, regardless of what harm it may cause.
I think you will find that attitude common among most of the Hoss Tower.
Hoss
and
Tower, huh?
Darius in particular.
Interesting.
What worries me is that he may succeed.
That would be bad. Why would you say that?
He's amassing power at a pace I dislike. I suspect his brothers are beginning to grow wary
Never a
of
good
him.
thing. What makes you think so?
Followers flock to his side like vultures to a battlefield.
Vultures.
2 in particular keep me awake at night.
Which do?
The woman Torio Claven and that giant Lorne.
Oh yeah.
Ah, and so the pretty little circle reveals itself.
Torio you might know as Luskan's ambassador to Neverwinter.
Indeed.
A treacherous snake, that one.
Sounds like.
The other one, Lorne, lacks Torio's guile, but compensates for it with brute
So
force.
one is brains
He's a
and one is
savage
brawn.
fighter and extremely good with a blade. I suspect he handles most of Garius's dirty work.
And what dirty work that is.
I'm no common magistrate with idle time to chatter about village life. I'll be happy to discuss the finer points of Port Last with you when you're no longer a suspected mass
Ow!
murderer.
I shall do what I can to
So be
clear
it.
my name. Farewell. Okay. And once again, I did not realize that was Hadronus, so I am going to go back to the Alliance Arms Inn, try to talk up the Tavern Keeper once more, and then come back, and yeah. I find out that I did a dumb. Which, let's face it, everybody knows that I will do one of these days. And by one of these days, I mean perpetually. Yep, that's me. And back to the Alliance Arms. Hey guy. Actually, I go and talk to... Who was I talking to? I don't recall. I was looking for somebody here. Who? I don't recall. Well... hey again, yes, guy. Bye again, you guy. Oh yeah, I was trying to look for a way up because I was thinking that Hadronus was living here. Yeah. And so Falgor, hi again. One sec, got a cough. But yeah, you can see I am trying to see who this person is. And so I'm just getting at my wit's end. Other than Elgin, you don't know anyone, blah blah blah. And there we go. There's Hermos's guest thing. And yeah, I still haven't put two and two together. Or maybe I have put two and two together and got 11 blue. Not much I can do about that, right? So now I am going to search for that garrison, and this is about the time I began to realize how dumb I was. Except, still not really, because as I said, I only just now realized that the person he was in reference to was the person who I talked to last episode, who was a witness. And I go around this way for whatever reason, I do not know. And back in we go. And here is around the time I realize, oh yeah, that's Hermos. And I'm trying to figure out which one of these people the person at the inn was talking about. And so, yeah. Yep, not much I can do. So I decide to go and call it here because it's getting a bit late. So yeah. Definitely a bit of dumbness going on in this episode. But yeah, I'm going to go and end it here. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, or whatever you want. And as usual, this is Amadeus44 signing out, wishing you a wonderful day and happy gaming. Farewell.